Hello traders and welcome to the Apex Algos YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to walk you through DashPlus. Now DashPlus is our amazing trade manager and it has a lot of great features. In fact, it has so many features I won't be able to show them all to you in this short video. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to show you something called the recovery grid, and all these little profit labels that you see printed on the chart in front of you are as a result of the recovery grid. Now, this is by far the most popular feature because it has the ability to turn losing trades into winning trades. Now, that actually sounds like quite a statement to make. One thing I will say is it's not magic. You absolutely can push it too far and you can lose money, but that's normally as a result of greed. If you have a look at these profit labels, you'll see that most of them are for very small amounts, but those amounts add up very quickly, especially when you consider how many of them there are, okay? So you can see that the recovery grid is incredibly powerful. It has the ability to recover trades over and over and over. Now, this all depends on the settings that you use, and I'm going to try to show you an example of this later on. So what I'm going to do, I will jump over to a demo account in a second. You can see within DashPlus we track all of the performance, all of your trades, so you've got loads of detailed statistics and you always know how your strategy is performing. Now we're currently offering a free trial, so you can actually get DashPlus, okay, for 7 days to try it, and you can also access the free course. So I'm going to quickly show you how to get access to that now. So if you want to head to our website, that's algotradingpros.com. I'll put the link down in the description. This is the home page. Click on the button that says see our algos, okay? And you can now obviously click to see whichever algo you like. Now I'll point out that all of our algos are built for MT5 and they come with free courses, okay? So what I'm going to do is click on DashPlus, and you can see here we've got a little list of the main features, and you can see DashPlus in action. Now I'm going to click more info. This is going to take me to the DashPlus page, and this button right here, click this to get your free trial. Now then, what I'll do is I'll quickly run you through the features. So here's the recovery grid, okay? So you'll actually see this in action. And as I said, it has the ability to turn losing trades into winning trades. Hopefully I'll be able to show you an example of this later on in this video when I jump over to a demo account. Here we can see Stack Grid. Stack Grid actually makes winning trades bigger. So what it will do is it will add more positions in the right direction, okay? So if you put a buy trade on, it will add more buy trades to make that profit even bigger. You can actually see this happening right before your eyes. And if you go to the website, guys, you'll be able to see this in more detail. I know these videos are a little small. Then we have your history on the chart. So obviously you've just seen that, all of those profit labels that we just looked at on the live account. Automatic lot size calculator. So obviously controlling your risk is the key to succeeding in trading, and especially with the recovery grid. So this will help you to make sure that your trades are the correct size for your account and for the instrument you're trading. Drag and drop trade lines, obviously a very useful feature, very common in trade managers. We won't spend too much time on that. Basket mode, this is an absolute game changer. Basket mode has the ability to add lots and lots of trades together and calculate the average price, okay? You can actually see that now. You've got loads of sell trades open, a couple of buy trades open, and watch when basket mode is activated, you'll see it turns into just 2 trades, a sell trade and a buy trade. Now, this absolutely changes the way that your trading works. Okay, you can enter trades on your phone, so if you're out and about and you don't have access to your laptop or your PC, if you have DashPlus running on your PC or on a VPS, you can enter trades from your phone and DashPlus will then manage those trades for you. So it's pretty much set and forget. You can also set alerts based on time or based on price. So if you want to avoid a particular news event or a particular price level, you can obviously be notified straight to your phone or on desktop. Just a final reminder then, click this button here to get the free trial. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump over to a demo account and I'm going to start pressing some buttons on DashPlus and we'll see what it can actually do. Okay, so I've jumped over to a demo account, and what I'm going to do in the next couple of minutes is quickly try to take you through as much of DashPlus as I can. Now, as I said, there's a lot to it and I won't be able to cover everything, but there is a free course that you can watch that goes really in depth. So DashPlus then is divided into 3 tabs. We have the trade tab, the manage tab, and the grid tab. So let's start with the trade tab. At the very top, we have a lot calculator. This will automatically calculate the lot size for you so that you can have very good risk management, which is obviously important. If I click on the little lined button, you can see that the trade line has now appeared and we're currently in market mode, and that means that if I press buy now or if I press OK, it will enter a market order. I can change this between buy and sell and you'll see it moving because of the spread. I can also change this to pending and I can drag this wherever I want. You'll notice it's changing from buy stop to buy limit, okay, or sell stop to sell limit, depending on where I drag it. You don't need to tell DashPlus what type of order you want to set. You literally just drag the line, click OK, and it sets your order. Right then, let's do an example where it will calculate the lot size for us. So what I'll do is I'll just turn on the stop loss and the take profit, bring these lines back. Okay, let's just spread these out a little bit, bring it up here. In fact, we'll change this to a buy example, something like that. And let's say we want to risk 1% of balance. If I turn this on now, it's going to calculate the correct lot size. And you can see that showing a loss of negative 0.98%. So that's as close as it can get to 1. If I want to risk more, let's say 5%, it's now instantly calculated that for me. Even if I drag this line, what you're going to see is it's going to try and maintain this as close to 5% as it can, and it's actually changing the lot size. You'll see it's now at 1.17. If we drag it a bit more, it's now at 0.74, and it's trying to maintain that 5% risk that we wanted. So what this allows you to do is set up your trades exactly as you want them, and the risk calculation is done for you, okay? Now then, let's just quickly have a look at the options that we have. So you can risk an amount of lots per 1K of balance, okay? So this is for if you don't have a stop loss, and the other three all require a stop loss. So here you can risk an amount of currency per trade, so $50 per trade or whatever you want to risk. And on the bottom two, percentage of equity and percentage of balance. These are the most common ones, and obviously you've just seen an example of that. Right then, let's just have a look at the risk reward feature. So if I put these lines back on, let's say I want to maintain a risk reward of 1 to 3, I can do that and lock that. And even if I change the stop loss distance now or the TP, it will maintain, okay, that 1 to 3 risk reward. So that's a handy little feature. Let me just set this. So we've got a sell limit set now, and here's where you can delete your orders. Let me do a quick example of a trade. So let's just remove the stop loss and take profit for now. Let's set this to 0.01. I'm not using the lot size calculator. This is if you want to use whatever lot size you want to enter. And let's just quickly stick on a sell trade. Now you can see that I have my floating profit and loss displayed on the chart, as well as the candle timer. So this tells me how long is left in this candle. There's all sorts of stuff that you can turn on and off, but I'm probably not going to have time to show you. This is draggable. You can move this anywhere so that it doesn't get in the way. And it's telling you how many lots you have in the market, the current position, and obviously that it's a sell. I'll stick a buy trade on as well, and then you can see what the buy trade looks like. Here are your buttons to close, so we can close the buy, we can close the sell. And let me just open 2 more trades. If I press close all, it will close the buy and the sell. This is all pretty self-explanatory. Let me open a bigger trade. So let's do 0.10. And we'll open a sell trade. And I might decide that I want to partially close this trade. So this here, this is a value that you can control. So you can do 75%. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put that back to 50%. And I will close half of this trade. So it's currently 0.10 lots if I press close 50%. And you'll see it's now halved it. So there's now 0.05 left open. There is loads more that you can do. You can do, for example, partial closes here based on, for stop loss and take profit. You can do this in pips or price. I'm not going to have time to really show you this because a lot of stuff I probably won't be able to show you. I'm just trying to fly through it. Right then, let's move on to the Manage tab. So here we have trailing stop loss and break even, 2 awesome features, and you can use these with your phone as well. So you can enter a trade with your phone, and if you have these set up, then you can actually have your trades move to break even or enter a trailing stop loss while you're out and about, which is pretty cool. Let me stick on a buy trade and go here, and let's say put the trailing stop on first. Just bring this over. So trailing stop at 20 pips. So this is where it's going to start. So if price pops up and reaches this line, it's going to enter a trailing stop loss 10 pips behind, okay? Because we've told it to set the stop loss distance at 10 pips. So if price comes up here to this line, it's going to set a stop loss 10 pips below, which is about there. So this is where our stop loss would be. And then we have a step of 1. So what that means is every time price continues to move 1 pip up in the right direction, our stop loss, which will be here, will also move up 1 pip at a time with it. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Let me quickly set a TP on this trade. Let's just do a TP of, I don't know, 50. That will do. And then we'll go into the break even function. So I'll turn this on, and we currently have it set at 20% of TP. So when price gets 20% of the way to our TP, it will set a stop loss at break even. So it will lock in at break even. Now, obviously you can change this. This could be 50%. Like that, and there you go. Or instead of doing a percentage, okay, what we can do, let's turn that off, let's set that to 0, is you can do it in pips. So you can say, okay, when it's 10 pips, and there you go, it's now starting at 10 pips. So that is the break even and trailing stop loss function. Now let's go on to the close tab, and you'll see that it's actually telling us we have one buy trade open, and you can see that it's currently not in profit. Let me just open a few more, so I'll press that a couple of times and press that a couple of times, and then we'll go back. So this will update, and there we go. We now have 3 open buy trades, 2 open sell trades, and we can also see how many are in profit, how many are in loss, and then the sum of everything. Now these buttons down the side allow me to close trades based on whether it's a buy trade or a sell trade, based on whether it's profitable or in loss, or whether I just want to close everything. So I might decide right now I want to close all of the trades which are in profit, so I press that, and it closes all of the profitable trades. I might want to close all of the buy trades or all of the sell trades, and you can do that right from this tab. Now this is currently only on the current symbol, which is pound US dollar. We have a second tab, which is for all symbols, and obviously you can guess how that works. If you have trades on multiple pairs, you can close them all exactly the same. Now down the bottom here, we have a couple of really cool features. Close all if, okay? So close all trades if profit is greater than or equal to this amount in dollars, so let's say $50. And it converts that into percentage, and you can do it via percentage as well if you want. So you might say, okay, close everything if I make a 10% profit. And you can see that would be $999. Make it blue to turn it on. And you can do exactly the same with the loss. So I want to close all of my trades if my loss reaches $100. Job done. So again, when you're entering trades from your phone, if you're out and about and you have DashPlus running on a VPS or on your PC at home, it will follow these settings. So you can rest easy knowing that DashPlus is watching your trades and managing your account for you. Now, one thing I'll point out, if I go on the all symbols, we get an extra one here. So this is your daily loss limit. Now, if you trade prop accounts, this is very handy, and you'll see that I've got this set to 4% if I turn that on. It's actually just giving me a warning that I've already exceeded it and I need to change it because I've been doing lots of random trades during the previous attempts at making this video. So yeah, if you want to do prop, you can set this to 4% and then turn it on. So let's just change that higher. You can put this to like 50% or whatever you want. And if it reaches this percentage or this dollar amount, it will close all the trades and not trade again for the day. Okay. Right then, let's see if we can show you an example of a grid trade. So I want to explain the recovery grid. If you think back to the start of this video, we saw all those profit labels everywhere. That's pretty much what I was using there. So let's turn the grid on and let's set this to, I don't know, 50. In fact, I'm going to jump to something a little bit more active. Let's go to the Dow Jones. It's the US election today, and we have currently gone up, wow, a lot, 1,700 points this move so far. So it's really moving today. What I'm going to do is use a grid distance of 50. We're in recovery. Let's turn this on. Let's set this to the minimum, which is 0.1. And what I'm going to do, let me drop a time frame and see if we can find, I might have to go to the 1 minute actually. Okay. I am going to set a sell trade. Okay. The market's gone up a long way. What I'm hoping is going to happen is that I might have to reduce this down to 5 points. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, there we go. So here you can see recovery 1, recovery 2, recovery 3. Now, these are draggable, okay? You can move these to anywhere you want. You don't need to leave them there. So what you could do is you could zoom out on the chart and you could find support and resistance, for example, and you could drag it to previous swings, anything that you want. Or you can use a fixed grid, okay? So we can use 5 pips. You can change this at any time. If you decide that's too small, you could change it to 20. If you decide that's too small, okay, you could change it to 50. So it's very, very flexible. You can change these settings at any time. I'm going to stick it back to 5 and see if we can trigger some trades. No, we can't. I'm already winning this trade. Okay, let me just close that and try again. Price is dropping. I'm going to buy. Let me see if I can trigger some buy recoveries in now. What I want to show you is that price hopefully will fall, trigger a few of these trades and then pull back just a little bit, okay, and it will go into profit, because that's literally how the recovery grid works. Looks like we're just about to trigger one now, very close to recovery 1. It's the spread that's actually stopping this from triggering. Come on, there we go. Right, so we've actually triggered in a recovery trade and another. If I press this little button, you can see we currently have 4 trades open, probably about to do another one any second. There you go. So hopefully now you can see how this is working. Now, all we need is the slightest little pullback, okay, and it will go into profit. Now this line here, the basket trade line, this is our average price, and if this candle just gets above here now, we'll go into profit. So even though we were totally wrong on this trade, okay, even though I thought the market was going to go up, it's actually gone down, and we could potentially still end up in a winning scenario. Now this happens about 90% of the time, and there you go, boom, we're out of the trade, okay? So I thought price was going up, price went down, we still won the trade, and that is the power of recovery grid. And all those profit labels that you saw at the start of this video were as a result of the recovery grid working its magic. Now let me just quickly see if I can show you one final feature. I'll turn that off because we don't need it. News on the chart. In fact, let me jump back to we'll go on pound US dollar because this will probably be an easier example to show. Okay, this is the news calendar. This is all of the news that's due today, and this is showing high impact news only. If you want to see the moderate and the low, we can also see that. And there is tons of news that's due. Now, if I press this button, it's going to filter out, you know, Brazil and Euro and Canada and all that kind of stuff. And it's only going to show us pound and US dollar, okay, because we're on the pound US dollar, and you can see it's done that. So these are all the events. Now, what about if I want to see those on the chart? Because one of the biggest things that traders struggle with, let me just switch this to a 1 hour, is getting caught out by news events. If I press this button here, it's going to draw the news on the chart. So we can see, I've set this to 5 days. So it's showing 5 days worth of news, okay? We can see news events that have not happened yet and news events that have happened. And you'll see the color coded. Red is high impact, yellow is medium impact, and this gray color is low impact. Now I can click on any one of these to see what they are. And I can click on this number, it says 10. Now that means there's 10 news events in here. And if I click on that, it'll tell me what the 10 news events are, the time that they're scheduled for. It's giving us the forecast data on what the news event is. It's giving me everything I need to know in advance of these news events. So I can decide what trades I have open, whether or not I need to take action. Do I need to move them to break even? Do I need to close them? And I will never be caught out by news events because I can see them in advance that are going to happen. You can also set alerts on the news events, okay? So if you want an alert to your phone or on the chart, it will also do that, okay? So there's absolutely no reason to get caught out by news again. Let's get rid of that. I'll quickly show you how alerts work. So you can do time alerts, okay? So you can say alert me in an hour or, you know, wherever. Let me just unlock this. You can set this to wherever you want it to be, and you can also do it based on price. So alert me if price gets here, alert me if price gets here. And again, you can have this sent to your phone or to pop up on the charts. Just delete those. And that in about 10 minutes is pretty much the basics of DashPlus. There's a lot more stuff I didn't have time to show you, and I can't really go much more in depth. Hopefully you have a very good understanding now of the potential of this amazing trade manager. There are other trade managers on the markets, guys, okay, but there is nothing like this, and there is nothing that has produced the results that DashPlus has reduced. Yes, it is not magic. Yes, you can still lose money if you set outrageous settings. For example, you need to be able to survive moves like this. So if you set up your grid properly and risk sensible amounts, you will pretty much be able to survive 99% of the stuff that happens in the markets. Final reminder of how you can get yourself a free trial. Head over to the website, click on the free trial button. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.